Battlefield 2042 has been confirmed by a hacker provider to be doomed. Tom Henderson, a source for leaks, said that he recently spoke with a hacker provider about Battlefield 2042 cheats already being advertised, and the hacker provider replied with this.
Yeah, that game is f***ed. We have seen a 400% rise in website traffic and signups from July to August, with a large amount of that coming from Battlefield 2042 searches.
But that's just the beginning. Hacking has become such a big problem that even Call of Duty Warzone is using it as a chance for positive marketing, because they realize, yeah, a new Warzone map is cool and all, but a new PC anti-cheat system is what the community really cares about right now. We've seen massive creators like Nick Merckx take a step away from Warzone due to the number of hackers making their game outright not enjoyable.
Point blank, I'm just not. I have no desire whatsoever to play Warzone. Zero. I mean, like goose egg. I'd rather play fucking Pokemon. I'm serious, man.
For Battlefield specifically, the entire source code for FIFA was stolen during an EA hack back in June of this year, and then the hackers demanded money from EA or else they'd leak the source code to the public. EA didn't comply, and the hackers thus leaked the entire source code publicly. This meant that any cheat or hack providing website had the keys to any EA game for avoiding anti-cheat software. Now sites are already selling aimbot, ESP to see and outline all players on the map, and they claim to have over 1.2 million registered users, and that hackers haven't been banned in any Battlefield game for years. And if you've seen any of the Battlefield hacker videos, you'd see this is true, especially in Southeast Asian servers. And if you think this is a PC-only issue, you're wrong. Current and next-gen console players aren't safe either. Sure, you can opt out on next-gen consoles from playing with PC, but devices and software already exist for consoles that offer no recoil, unlimited sprint, no reload, God mode, mouse and keyboard spoofing, and a lot more. Now yes, you can ban all of these accounts if you detect them in the first place, but then on top of that, you run the risk of people making a new account. The next step is then an IP ban or a hardware ID ban, which bans the actual PC or console instead of just the account. But hardware ID bans are great and all, but hackers can spoof their hardware IDs, and even if they get a hardware ID banned, they can just reset their PC or delete trace files that prevent them from playing the game from their PC to continue cheating. People say that Valorant anti-cheat works well as it closes the game and rewards all players affected with some kind of lost forgiveness for being in a lobby full of cheaters. But that's not really going to work for Battlefield because it's not a ranked style game, but this still is more effective than the other anti-cheats out there. The thing is, Battlefield 2042 is apparently going to use the same easy anti-cheat as Apex Legends, as they're both owned by EA, so at least there's some development that's already gone into the anti-cheat in Apex, but it's still present. I mean, only a few months ago, Apex Legends and Titanfall literally had their playlists and welcome screens locked out by hackers, and servers were being shut down from DDoSing. It's not just aimbot anymore these days, you know, it's literally the denial of the ability to play the game. It's on a whole other level. So okay, great. Hackers can now shut down our games completely and not let us even log in. Well, luckily, Battlefield has been testing anti-cheat with a recent alpha playtest that has had leaked gameplay on YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, and everywhere. We haven't seen any cheaters yet in the leaked gameplay, but what we have seen so far looks a bit choppy, and there was that whole critical issue with consoles that made Battlefield pull the playtest from consoles entirely. This definitely isn't a good look, and with the game set to release in under 2 months, some are even concerned that all of these issues point to Battlefield potentially delaying the release of the game. I'm not sure if that'll actually happen, but they do raise a good point. In a defensive effort to quell a lot of the rumors and disgruntled fans of Battlefield that have been seeing all the lackluster leaked gameplay, Battlefield 2042 released the Irish in-game reveal that showcases ability and some gunplay. It all looked pretty smooth, and it seemed to put people at ease again. Another thing to consider for the release of Battlefield 2042 is the track record with prior Battlefield game releases being buggy, almost unplayable messes due to servers or glitches. Hopefully this isn't going to be an issue with Battlefield 2042, because in Battlefield 4 it was so bad that lawsuits were opened and filed against EA by investors because EA had failed to publicly release knowledge that Battlefield 4 was releasing in an unoptimized state. So this all sounds terrible, and you might be wondering, okay, what might save the game then? Well, some people say that those other games have such rampant cheating problems because they are free-to-play titles and hackers can just open new accounts, which is true to a degree, but with Battlefield 2042 being a non-free-to-play game, other than, maybe Hazard Zone being free-to-play, the game will cost money to open new accounts. Or will it? Cheaters have learned to get around needing new accounts by just buying already hacked accounts online for extremely cheap, and then they just go back to what they were doing. And you can't really shut down these cheat offering websites either because they aren't necessarily owned or operated within the jurisdiction of the law. So as I mentioned, Hazard Zone is likely going to be free to play and will be a lot like Escape from Tarkov with some loot and extract mechanic, and if anything is going to be plagued with cheaters, it'll probably be this game mode. The only real saving grace, at least right now, is that people will still be able to host private servers through Battlefield Portal. Battlefield Portal has been officially stated to allow players to host game modes such as Conquest, Team Deathmatch, Rush, and other fan favorites. It's currently unknown whether additional game modes will be added after Battlefield's initial launch, but EA hasn't confirmed yet the full list of game modes that will be available when it releases. Private servers will be created when players start a match and shut down once all players have departed the game. Battlefield Portal will also have a save and share function where popular servers can be accessed through playlists listed in Battlefield 2042 server browser. Apex Legends is also in talks with Battlefield 2042 as they are both with EA and are sharing the same anti-cheat. So hopefully some of the development on Apex's anti-cheat will make it more difficult for hackers to run rampant in Battlefield 2042. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more recommendations like this one. There's so much more Battlefield content on my channel, including the entire history and full story of Battlefield, so be sure to go check those out if you haven't yet. Anyways, have a good one, and I hope to see you next time.